We each contain multitudes, not just the parts we're proud of, the healer, the teacher, the mystic, but the gambler, the trickster, the tyrant. Every archetype that has ever moved through human experience lives somewhere in you, in me, in all of us. And the shadow isn't the enemy. The light isn't the destination. The middle path, where you can hold the full range with compassionate awareness, that's where we actually get to know ourselves. I'm Kelly, a mystic, a scribe, and many other archetypes besides. And the devotion of my life is looking into this divine mirror of archetypes with full honesty and reflecting that compassion outward. Each video in this series takes one archetype from the Oracle by Carolyn Myss and opens it along 3 threads: the shadow or the low road we've walked, the light, the high road we're seeking or reaching for, and the middle path, the one that can hold both and carry us forward while we carry it along the path of self-mastery. This is the fullness of what it means to be human. This is the archetypal attunement. Hello and welcome to today's archetypal attunement video. This is the Messiah archetype, light attribute serving humanity with humility. Shadow attribute, exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. Wow, I've got a lot to say about this. If you've never seen a Hierophant video of mine, you could possibly check those out, or I might relive some of those same things because they are very similar archetypes with different names. But the Messiah is the savior, right? It's the one that comes in and rescues everyone. However, we are each that. We are each and all this. We are all capable of being this. A servant to humanity that is humble. Humble meaning I know I'm great. And I also know that that does not mean hierarchy over anyone else or under anyone else. This is, to me and myself, look at all the planets in the back of this picture. Like I am my own orbit. It doesn't matter what the other things are doing. So Messiah gets into this shadow attribute when we start bringing in a comparison to other people, or when we think that we are so extra special that we are the most special. Again, comparison, contrasting with other people. It stays in the high road, or it stays in the middle path when we can recognize, like, yes, I'm super duper, amazingly, incredibly unique and special, and no one will ever be me. And I am here as a service to humanity. But also that doesn't mean better than anyone else. Let's get some tarot going on. I want to... Tarot of the Landscapes. This will be a good one. I want to pull a card here for the archetype that fits best from the tarot with this Messiah. In terms of, like, what is the self-mastery version of the Messiah? How do we blend the light and the dark, not reaching for the light at expense of like hiding from the shadow? Too many cards. Let's nail that down to a few more succinct. How do we blend the two? What's the third path? What's the middle way? What's the beauty way? What archetype? How can we embody this in a self-mastery way? 6 of Pentacles. Reversed. Oh, this is so cool. It's about doing good works and not making it known that you're doing good works. This is about doing good work in the world and not expecting reward for it. Like the Messiah suggests, it's like not being the only route for goodness. 6 of Pentacles is about like being given and or receiving without needing to exchange. This figure is, this little mouse is finding this basket of apples, like this good deed left at its doorstep. And the Messiah is so much of like a savior. I want to turn this back in reverse because this is how it came out. 6 of Pentacles in reversed, because it's about not being seen doing the good work. Whereas the worst of this is like the person that has to take credit, that wants their name and face plastered all over everything because they're the one. They're the chosen one. If you're truthfully, though, in the light of this, You don't need to be known by anyone else as that because you know yourself to be that. And the work that you do in the world and seeing that work be done is enough. That is the satisfaction because you're actually being who you came here to be instead of focusing on being seen for what you came here to be. There's so much about this shadow and light on the door here, okay? It's about whether, yes, cool, so you've learned, you enlightened, you attained this place. But if you're coming to like teach others and show others or be the channel for others and you're standing in the doorway blocking it, telling people that you're the only way through the door, don't you realize then that you're not the Messiah? Do you know what I'm saying? So it's about, sure, be in the doorway, but like holding the door open instead of standing in the door. What's the word I'm searching for? Gatekeeping, okay? Don't be a gatekeeper. That's not a Messiah. It's about giving without expected reward of recognition in return. I'm digging this deck, so I'm going to use this same deck here. I would like a low road. There it goes. Oh my gosh, how cool. The Tower. Low road for this archetype. How amazing. Like, it really does not get more accurate than that. So the Tower is the card where, like, the divine timing, the divine structure says, yeah, well, this isn't right. And it fucks a bunch of shit up, for lack of a better term. And on the low road, look at how this, like, what is this? An eagle, some sort of bird, is rising. The low road is the false prophet, Messiah. The low road is the one that's saying, like, I'm the phoenix, I rose from the ashes, and or the one that is going to actually tear people down to bring themselves up. The one that's going to do that outright, or the one that's going to do that inwardly, that says, like, yes, because I'm so much better than these people, or I'm so much more worldly or cultured or pure or whatever the mess is. It's about putting yourself at the top of the tower, because you don't realize that putting yourself up on their pedestal is giving a pedestal for the divine to, like, make into a lightning rod and come crashing down. I'm speaking in a lot of metaphor and symbolism right now, but I'm not. It's the way that I am, and this archetype is. But if you're here, you know anyways, so I don't need to apologize. Don't put yourself at the top of the tallest tower. You can actually be the whole tower. You can be the lightning rod, but a humble one doesn't take the electricity and claim that it can hold ownership over it. A lightning rod knows that it needs to disperse that lightning into the ground because it can't hold it indefinitely. It will destroy it. That much lightning, that much power, that much, enlightenment cannot be held and contained and claimed. And that's the low road of the Messiah, is claiming ownership over basically the divinity that is actually channeling through you. And if you're a true Messiah, you don't claim ownership. You don't try to hold it. You don't try to be the structure that generates it. You know you're just the channel through which it comes. So cool. The moon came out for the high road, and two more that fell on the floor. Well, that's very interesting. The moon, the 5 of Cups, and the 4 of Cups for the high road. Wow. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. So the moon is about the subconscious, and I love that there's these 2 rabbits on there. I'm not even going to do a full breakdown. Look at, this is the high road. The connected subconscious and the ability to, like, hold the grieving, hold the sorrow, hold the loss, hold the separation, see the longing. And the cups, this is all cups. It's so emotional. It's the longing for spirit. It's the longing to be closeness, or to be close, to be connected, to feel the oneness with the pleroma, the all from which we came, the divine spark. It's knowing, recognizing that longing in ourselves and in others, and not exploiting it at all, It's about holding community with it. The Four of Cups is almost always represented with a solitary figure, and where it's like missing out on something. More of the longing that shows up in the Five of Cups, but less, because the Four of Cups is like one removed from the Three, where it's showing all of the people. But now in the Four, we've moved away from the people, and we're here in our solitude. Because it's here in solitude that you can actually connect to divinity. Like when you're surrounded by company, you don't hear these leaves rustling or the little acorn jingling or these birds chirping. You don't feel the sun coming and hitting your skin the same way. You don't smell these roses right in front of your face. When there's other people around, you're more focused on the company. And that's great, and that's fine, and that's beautiful, and there's a time and place for that. But when you're the Messiah at the high road, it's being capable of holding all of this in communion. I got to move these around so I can show, okay? Oh, this is so beautiful. Essentially, this is this. Oh, look at these planets. I just like playing, okay? So bear with me with this. The Messiah is the one that is two. It is the human self that communicates with the divine self at the campfire cup, oh my gosh, of loveliness. And it takes this inner conversation that it knows it's capable of having because it's the Messiah, and it makes it accessible for others by the way it translates it. It doesn't dive into your sorrow with you, but it holds it and witnesses it. Like, look at those little flowers in there. It holds and witnesses all of it. But it also lets you stay alone with it. It lets you know that there is no other medium that you need to have. In other words, a real Messiah does carry the message that there is no third party needed. There is no tower to be climbed. There is no whatever. And also there is, but also there's not. The Messiah speaks to the paradox, okay? The Messiah speaks to the paradox that all the answers are found within you, and but also there are so many teachers along your path. That's the humility. I am but one teacher along the path. And also, though, I'm a teacher because I have wisdom. I have something to share. I have the capacity to sit and understand and have compassion and be with the subconscious. And I also don't put myself on a pedestal because I know that at the high road, in truth, everyone could be this for themselves. Everyone could be leaving gifts at their own doorways, and everyone could be a doorway or a guardian of a threshold for everyone else. No one needs to darken or dampen anyone else's doorway, and no one needs to be the doorway through which another walks through. We all are doors, and we all have the potential. And any true Messiah knows that they are capable of that full potential, but that doesn't take away from anyone else's, and it doesn't diminish their own. Messiah. Love me some Messiah archetype. If you liked this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notifications because one by one I am going through this 80-card deck from Carolyn Miss, who is brilliant, identifying these archetypes and the journey with which we can master these archetypes in ourselves. Thank you so much for leaving a comment with your experience with this archetype. If you get what I'm saying, if you want to challenge what I'm saying, if you want to get scrappy, or if you're picking up what I'm putting down, I'd love to hear your feedback because I am this and so are you, even if you don't know it yet. But I know who I am. And I'm so grateful to be in the humble middle here. I love y'all. Take care.